Awesome. It's so wonderful meeting all of you and hearing all of your stories. Let's get started with DS0 Clear My Office, reading the Word Documents overview. Here's my name and information here. I like to point out, it's okay if you have your company phone, but just go ahead and put those on silent or vibrate. If you need to take a call, just go ahead and step out of the class. Thank you. Upon completing this course, students will be able to gain the information needed for daily provisioning and maintenance activities. We've done our introduction. We're going to talk about the digital hierarchy. Analog Word document, we have one example. UTG, updating the OSLog and closing your ticket. Do we have any questions thus far? No, let's get started. So in the digital hierarchy, what we have here is we're going to start at the DS0 level, which is the lowest level you can go in the hierarchy. So you have DS0, DS1, DS3, and then OCN is a SONET Ethernet. What we're going to talk about now is DS0, which is the most detail-orientated work that we have. It's going to be fun, trust me. Roving, covering multiple offices, added responsibilities. I probably couldn't name all of the things facing central office technicians today. So it's more important than ever that we're able to clear our office in a timely manner instead of having to drive to a location and find out that we didn't need to go. It is imperative that central office technicians be equipped with the necessary tools within a supportive environment to provide excellent customer service. Natalie2. I'm not sure who she is. All right, here we go. This is a Word document. This is the WA page. I know it's a WA page because it tells me right here at the bottom. Every Word document is going to be broken up into sections. The first section is the Word authorization page, the WA page. This example has one page. I've seen examples up to 3 pages. So if this were a 3-page Word authorization, it would have W001-003. That means 1 of 3 is what we're looking at, or 2 of 3 if we change pages. Now the format for these Word documents is going to be the same. At the very top, you're going to see the Word document and the A and Z locations, the MCL. The first 2 lines are going to be on every page of the Word document. All the other information will change a little bit, but let's get started and see what we come up with. Right now, we have a circuit ID right here. This is a serial format. We know it's a serial format because we have a group of letters here followed by a group of numbers, ending with the company code. This is a Michigan circuit, so that stands for Michigan Bell. As we read over, the A location is DTRTMIBL, that stands for Detroit Bell. The Z location right here is Wayne Northwest. As we read down here, the order number is MRS 105035. We read across, the action of the order says in effect. That means it's working. Let's keep going. The CAC code is a circuit access code. That number stays the same throughout the life of the circuit in the network. Keep that in mind. The CAC code and the circuit ID code are maintained throughout the life of the circuit. Now, I will say this, if there's a rearranged order where you change the circuit ID at the customer request, that's one example where the circuit ID would change. Other than that, the circuit IDs stay the same along with the CAC codes, okay? As we read across, we're going to look here. Here's the CLO. The CLO also is called the tracking key. A lot of times you'll hear people use different words or different nomenclature, and we're talking about the same thing. So here we're seeing CLO, and we can also say tracking key. As we read across here, it says order type E. E is for engineering. So that could be an A, a D, a R, or E. A would be for add, new service, or D for disconnect, get rid of it. And then E for engineering, which means we're going to change something on the circuit. Things are changing on our circuit. As we read across here, on this example, these are our critical dates. What's populated is the due date, the FCD, the RID, and the app. In the central office, in this example, we would be focusing on the frame completion. Frame completion date, FCD date. Most of our orders are going to have what we call as a WOT, wired office and testing. This example doesn't have one, but if it did, it would be right there. Now, as we read down the Word document, work description and notes. For every Word document that you work on, please always look at the work description and notes, because that tells you what the order is doing, and you want to make sure we're following what the customer is requesting. Now, as I read down this, we're moving from copper to pair gain. Are there any questions about this page before I move on? There's lots of other information here that we can cover later if you have questions, but we're working to clear our office, and these are the things that you need to know. Let's go to the next page. Now, remember we said there's sections, right? So now we're on the circuit details section. That's indicated right here where it says C001 of 009. That tells us we have a 9-page Word document. That's a big Word document, pretty long. Let's go through it. So here we go. We're here at the customer at Detroit Edison, this particular customer. As we start here, we're going to look at a couple things. Along the side of the Word document, you have R's. Those R's stand for rearrange. We said that this was a rearrange order. If this were an add order, these R's would be A's on the side. If it were a disconnect order, they would be all D's. In this case, it's a rearrange order. So we're going to see A's, we're going to see D's, we're going to see R's. We got it all. So now we have the R's here. We know that we're on the circuit details page. We're on page 1 of 9. What do we have here? At this location, at Detroit Edison, if we send a large business technician to this location, and we say, hi, technician, would you please send us some tone? That technician would send us tone and send us a 0, 1004 is 0. Now, how do I know that? Two things. For analog testing, 1004 hertz is the standard for testing. We do everything starting at 1004 hertz. So although it may not be mentioned everywhere on your Word document or anything like that, that's something that you're going to have to know. So your technician's here sending a 0. If we were sending this technician tone from the SMAS or from the central office, that technician would send a 16. Now, levels on DL0 circuits are going to be very important. So I'd like you to make sure that I have your understanding as we move through this. So if I'm moving too fast or you want me to repeat something, raise your hand and let me know, okay? So right now, if I were to ask you if we had a technician standing at DTE and we were sending tone, what level should that technician see? Larry? What did you say, a 16? You are correct. That's right. Everybody see that. Larry's correct. We are sending a minus 16, and if Larry's correct, he would see a minus 16 if we were sending him tone, and if Larry were to send us tone, we'd see he'd have to send us a 0. So let's move on to the Word document a little bit. Right here, we see R. So that means reuse. We're reusing this network channel terminal interface, NCTE. That's equipment at the customer location. It's not at the central office, but we need to know about it. So as we go here, we read across, we read down DST. That's some type of loopback device. Now I'd like to point out something. We're still seeing Let's read down a little bit more. This is a Teltrin Smart Auto Equal Line in Auto Gain DST. It has some options in there. What I don't see are options to set. And it tells me it's a smart intelligent unit. So that is auto aligned by itself. Looking at the levels here, I know that this unit here is putting in 8 dB of padding because we started at a 0 and now we come out of this unit at an 8. So now we're going down the Word document. I'd like to point out the cable pair. This is the 26 cable, 24 gauge non-loaded, pair 582 and pair 590. This is our cross length gauge information. The resistance of the pair is 364 ohms. The loss of the pair is 2.3 dB, and the length of the cable pair is 1.1 miles. We'll look at that a little bit further down on the Word document. I'd also like to point out the binding post. A lot of times in the central office when we are making cable pair changes, they ask us the binding post. This is what they're referencing right here. That's information we don't have, but we can get that from the lab. We're coming through here. These are frame locations in the central office. We have a tie pair. We have another tie pair here, and now we're going to our SMAS. This is what we're accessing in UTG. This is huge. In UTG, you can open this up, and this is how we're going to clear our office. So this is a SMAS number. I'd like to point out when you see this SMCM right there, that tells us that it is a standalone SMAS. That means you have to wire the SMAS. If you have to wire it, there's more wiring to check. So what we have to do is access this test point 1 in UTG, and then from there we would split the SMAS and test. Let's keep moving. I'll go forward. We have a lot to cover, 9 pages. So this is our TO4 unit. This is also an intelligent unit where we don't set the levels. Going over on a 205 carrier to Wayne, Maine. Then we come out of Wayne, Maine into a D4 channel main. We're going out on PT1 out to a slick to a customer. And then we're ending over here. So actually, we're doing a cut. You notice these are R's and A's now. Here's an A. Here's an A here. We're back to the R's. And then here's the D's. So this is what's being disconnected on this order. If you think back to our remarks, it said moving from copper to pair gain, and that's what we have here. Are there any questions about that? All right, well hopefully you can see how understanding the Word document can help you clear your class. Let's stop. I didn't talk about UTG.
You're not going to get to everything on there.
Okay, so.
So, I mean, you don't have to just stick to, you got 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
All they want to do is see you teaching.
Yeah.
So you're detailed enough and you took your time to do that. So don't try to get to every bullet point.
Okay.
You did fine because you covered the Word doc. Just make sure you're covering that.
Was that video good enough?
You don't have to look at it for yourself.
Right. Okay, let me see it.
I'll even let you take this home.
Send it to me.
It's going to be too big to send it to you.